Okay, hi guys, this is Bart from MTG Lab. Today I'm bringing you Melira pod deck, or as I prefer to call it, Archangel Thin pod deck, because I prefer to combo off with Angel because it's simply better. But first things first, as for the engine, we have 3 copies of Card of Calling and a playset of Birthing Pod, which is the best engine card in current modern format. I wonder why they decided not to ban it, but whatever, we can play it. As for creatures, we have 28 creatures, including 7 mana dorks. We have to replace previously played Deathrite Shaman with Noble Hierarchs, but that's not that of a big loss for our deck because Melira just wants to have another efficient mana dork, not Deathrite Shaman in particular. As for the value creatures, we have the 3 copies of Voice of Resurgence, 3 copies of Kitchen Things, 2 copies of Murderous Redcap, and Eternal Witness. We of course have some other single turn creatures, but that's it about them for now. As for combos, we have 2 or sometimes 3 ways to combo off. We can combo off with Spike Feeder and Archangel Thune. We can also combo off with Melira, Suck Outlet in form of Viscera or Cartel Aristocrat, and Kitchen Things or Murderous Redcap. And the third way to combo off is with Suck Outlet, Kitchen Things, and Archangel Thune. As for the singletons, we have Khazali Pride Mage, which is very important against Affinity, and some decks that try to put us in a box and deny our game, like playing main deck Bloodmore, for example. It is also great against Splinter Twin. Then we have Scavenging Ooze to face opposing pods, to face jump decks, to face aggro creature decks, because this is great guy alongside with Kitchen Things to regain my life when I lost it. We also have Spellskite to protect our combo in matchups when we are facing decks with a lot of removal. Then we have Eternal Witness. Witness is a great card, also a card that gained a lot after previous bans and should now see a lot of play in every pot deck. Orts of Pontiff is great. It should be great against Bitter Blossom because this card is also unbanned right now, but I'm not afraid of it because I think that it shouldn't be banned at all. It's too weak for current modern formats. Then we have Spike Feeder as a part for combo I already have mentioned. Linvala, which is very important card for a Melira pod deck because we want to combo, we want to do all those creature shenanigans, and we do not want to allow our opponent to distract us at doing so. So Linvala is a great one, especially if Chant will stay in format, which it probably will happen. Then Linvala is a must choice for a pod deck. It might not see play in the main deck, but for sure it should be in a 75. I prefer to keep it in the main deck for now. Then I'd like to talk for a while about my choice in the first slot. I chose to play Restoration Angel over Ranger of Bios because now Ranger doesn't have so many good 1-drops to fetch for. We only can fetch for Viscera, another copy if someone decides to play 2 of them. And that's basically it. Restoration Angel, on the other hand, can bring a lot of guys that give us a lot of value, and he has also a huge butt and has flying. So this card is, in my opinion, just strictly better now for the pod deck, even for Melira deck. than Ranger of Eos. In the 5 drops, we have Reveillark, a great value card in attrition games against other mid-range decks like Chant, like Blue-Eyed Red, and we have Archangel Theon to combo, but sometimes just to kill our opponent because it's big. It has protection from lightning bolt, let's say, and because one lightning bolt can't kill it, and sometimes we can win with Archangel Theon on its own. Going to the mana base, it is really important for this deck to try to preserve its life total and be able to make the game long enough to gain control of it with our value creatures, and or eventually combo off. So we have to play 4 basics, 2 copies of Innistrad dual lands, and 3 copies of Scars of Mirrodin fast lands, just to stay alive as long as possible and not pain ourselves. But we also have to play 8 fetch lands to shorten our decks, which is the basic strategy for modern decks. And in addition to our mana base, we also have 2 copies of Gavilan Township, because when we cannot win the game by combo and we are facing huge creatures of our opponents, so our value does not win us the game on the spot, we can stall the game until our creatures get to be big enough to trump our opponent. So Gavilan Township is a great land for this deck. Okay, so as for the sideboard, we have Sin Collector and 4 copies of Thoughtseize for combo matchups and Blue-Eyed Red, because it is very important to have a way to fight them in our sideboard, main deck creatures, and our way to win the game. Most probably won't be enough. Path to Exile is for other creature matchups. Of course, Birthing Pod is most likely best creature deck, but it is very good to have a way to fight bigger creatures. Then we have Lingering Souls for Giant and Blue-Eyed Red. Ethersworn Canonist basically for Living End, and Storm Kataki is for fighting Affinity and Axe if they happen to exist. Then we have 3 copies of Fulminator Mage. Fulminator Mage is very important in the sideboard because for this deck, the 2 worst matchups are Scape Shift, that Titan-less Scape Shift, and Green-Red Tron. Fulminator Mage is a card to fight both of those decks, so it is very important to have them. I decided to play 3 copies of Fulminator Mage. Then we have Aven Mind Sensor, which is good against other pod decks as well as Scape Shift, sometimes against Tron too, but I don't want to have more than one because it is easy to be killed. And last things last, we have Harmonic Sliver to find Affinity, other pod decks, and maybe sometimes Blood Moon or something like that. That's it. Thanks.